Hello students, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the application of Gauss law due to the infinite line charge. Now today we will discuss the application of Gauss law only, but we have the coaxial cable here, that is nothing but some symmetrical charge distribution. The problem of coaxial cable is almost identical with that of line charge. So now we consider a coaxial cable cylinder conductor forming a coaxial cable. The radius of inner conductor is A, while the radius of outer conductor is B. The coaxial cable is shown in the above figure. The length of cable is L. So you can see over here, radius of inner cylinder is A, radius of outer cylinder is B, and length is L. Now suppose that we have two coaxial cables conductors, the inner radius is A and outer radius is B, both with infinite length. We shall assume the charge distribution of rho s on the outer surface of inner conductor. Now choosing the right circular cylinder of length L and radius rho, where rho is greater than A and less than B, as the Gaussian surface, we find Q is equal to ds 2 pi rho L. So total charge on the length of the inner conductor will be Q is equal to integration of Z is equal to 0 to L, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi rho s A d phi dz. This will become 2 pi A L rho s after integration. So therefore, ds is equal to A rho s by rho. So this is what you can find the charge enclosed on the length of inner conductor, that is ds is equal to A rho s by rho. Now for 1 meter length, the inner conductor has 2 pi A rho s coulombs, hence rho L is equal to 2 pi A s. So D is equal to rho L by 2 pi rho A rho. Now every line of electric flux starts from the inner cylinder must terminate on the inner surface of outer cylinder. So therefore Q of outer cylinder is minus 2 pi A L rho s of inner cylinder, this one, 2 pi A L rho s of inner cylinder. Now 2 pi B L rho s outer cylinder is nothing but minus 2 pi A L rho s inner cylinder. This is what charge enclosed on the outer cylinder, and this is a charge enclosed in the inner cylinder. Therefore rho s outer cylinder is equal to A by B rho s inner cylinder. So this formula is used to know the charge enclosed in inner cylinder and a charge enclosed in the outer cylinder. If we use the cylinder of radius rho is greater than B, then the total charge enclosed will be 0. There is no external field. Therefore ds will be equal to 0. Due to simplicity, noise immunity and broad bandwidth, coaxial cable is still the most means of data transmission over the short distance. So hence we have derived the value of Q. After deriving the value of Q, we got the value of ds, okay, and ds in terms of rho, you can get this equation So Q for outer cylinder, that is the value of outer inner surface of outer cylinder. So we'll get this equation, right? So total charge on the inner surface is this, and total charge on the outer surface is this. So both are equated, outer inner are equated, so we get the rho s outer. Now we'll see one of the example on this. A 50 centimeter length of coaxial cable has inner radius of 1 mm and outer radius of 4 mm. The space between the conductor is assumed to be filled with air. The total charge on the inner conductor is 30 nanocoulomb. Find the charge density of each conductor and expression for E and D. So here coaxial cable is given of length 50 centimeter, inner radius as 1 mm, outer radius as 4 mm. The space is filled with air. The total charge on inner surface is 30 nanocoulomb. Find the charge density on each conductor plus expression for E and D, that is rho s and E and D expression. So we already know that Q of inner cylinder is 2 pi L rho s of inner cylinder. So rho s of inner cylinder is Q inner cylinder divided by 2 pi L. So Q inner is 30 nano, 2 pi 10 raised to minus 3 into 0.5. So L is 50 centimeter and A is 1 mm, that is 10 raised to minus 3. Now we get 9.55 microcoulomb per meter square charge density on inner cylinder. So outer cylinder is 2 pi b L rho s outer cylinder, that is nothing but minus Q inner. So therefore rho s of outer cylinder minus Q of inner cylinder 2 pi b L, this is minus 32 pi 4 mm it is into 0.5, so minus 2.39 microcoulomb per meter. So these are the charge densities on each conductor, Qs of inner cylinder, Qs of outer cylinder. Now we want the expression for E and D. So d rho is equal to A rho s inner divided by rho. So that is 10 raised to minus 3 into bracket 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by rho. This will give you the value of 9.55 divided by rho nanocoulomb per meter square. So now E rho will be d rho by epsilon naught. So d rho is 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 9. Epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 rho. So therefore 1079 by rho volt per meter is the equation for E rho, and this is the equation for D rho. So this is one of the problem on coaxial cable which is having a certain data, and you need to remember these formulas for coaxial cable: Q inner cylinder, Q outer cylinder, rho s of inner cylinder, rho s of outer cylinder. So this is a problem where we got the values of charge density on the each conductor, that is rho s inner and rho s outer. These are the charge densities, and the expression for the E and D are, this is the expression for D and this is the expression for E. So this is a problem on coaxial cable. So based on these equations we can have the coaxial cable value, right? So that is nothing but due to some symmetrical charge distribution, right?